So we're here with Matt of Dallas Vintage Toys fame, and he's going to show us what's going on in the store.
Well, this weekend we've got a lot of good sales going on. We've got 4 tubs right here. You'll see the first 3. These are all 50% off. We're liquidating all of our old inventory to try to make room for new inventory. A lot of good stuff here. We've got some stuff from our Star Wars room, games, figures, lots of stuff, vintage stuff even.
Don't you have some vintage Doritos?
We have some vintage 3D Doritos, if you remember. If you can get in on how extreme this is. We have the rare 3D Ruffles and 3D Doritos.
So that way you could get a blast from the past.
You could get a lot of blasts if you eat those. We also have a lot of vintage Toy Biz Marvel figures. We've got some RoboCop figures. Some pretty good stuff in here that we found in the back that we're just trying to make some room for. These are also 50% off all the sticker prices, which as you can see are already pretty low. This one's $3 for a RoboCop figure. We've also got 75% off in this tote. It's got some Barbies and stuff, but it also has some Star Wars, some vintage games, puzzles, toys from the 80s. Right there you've got the spell and math, speak and math thing. And those are all starting today, right now, 50 to 75% off.
Cool. And we've got the AFA Museum and all the latest, most of the latest acquisitions are in place, I would say. But a bunch came in yesterday that I don't see up here yet.
We started adding some of them, but they're not in there yet. We gotta make some room.
And are some of them going on the website this time?
A lot of them will be going on the website starting today. Sean is adding them. You'll see some of the rare, the Vampire Chewbacca, things like that are on there. A lot of figures that you might not ever get to see in your life unless you come to Dallas Vintage Toys. I've never seen a lot of these figures, a lot of the Hungarian bootlegs, things like that.
Yeah, I would expect most people do not even know to look for them.
No way.
Cool. So what else is going on?
We also, if you notice in our Sideshow and Hot Toys room, there's a lot of gaps. The reason being, we are expecting a massive order of Hot Toys and Sideshow figures to be coming in today. Some of the ones we've got coming, we've got the Hot Toys Jor-El. We've got the War Machine, the die-cast.
What about the Hot Toys Purell? Is that coming in?
The Hot Toys Purell, yeah. It's really good smelling Purell. Some of the finest detailed Purell I've seen. We also have the Hot Toys, or the Sideshow Storm Shadow, Sideshow Snake Eyes, and the Roadblock, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson from the movie.
Yeah, I kind of want that. And you also have that Not So Hot Toys Spider-Man 3 there.
Yeah, that's the Not So Hot Toys Spider-Man, the Gentle Giant Han Solo, Hoth, and the I would say probably the most popular version of Robin in modern media, the Chris O'Donnell Batman and Robin.
Did he also get nipples?
Yeah, and Batman and Robin, everyone but Batgirl had bat nipples.
Good
ironically,
figure.
the only one that you might want to see. It's our vintage game section. We have lots of Nintendo games, not just the duds. We've got some of the good games.
And can you show me the Bentley?
The Bentley, I can. It's a very rare early piece of...
One might say this is the Bentley of early consoles.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the Cadillac CompuVision.
Thanks. Nice to see we still have some hoverboards there in the corner.
We have one hoverboard left.
Just one?
One left. That's the last one. And it is complete with the shipping box.
Yep.
We've got the Marvel Superheroes Training Center. I made it myself. I built it myself. It's 100% complete. Down to literally every brick.
You forged the molds from steel.
With these very hands, sir.
Excellent.
Also this week we got in an order of the Star Wars Jedi Master series with
Luke and his surprised look.
Luke is, yeah, he looks super shocked, like, that you're filming it. Like, what?
Well, I think it's when he built the lightsaber and he was surprised that it worked.
He's like, whoa, why is it green?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be blue.
I wasn't trying that. Yep. Alright.
Dad's gonna like this, right?
Right. Oh wait, I see this this custom droids.
That is a custom droids cartoon series 12-inch C-3PO that we personally had made for us by the sculptor. He also made the super popular Gumball R2-D2, if you see in there, and the Headman bootleg, spin-off, whatever you want to call it. Also, one thing, everybody always asks about this Rancor. Why is there a Power of the Force 2 Rancor in here? This is the proof first shot Rancor that they used on the, like when you would see it in a catalog or on a website. This is the picture. This is one that they took the pictures of. So that's a cool thing to be able to say. You see we've got the prototypes here. The Jawa prototype is actually the wax prototype that was made. Cool. We've also got the lightsabers over here. And if you want to come in and ask for Matt, we can probably have a lightsaber fight. Only if you want to be my best friend.
Go to DVT for a sword fight.
Yeah, epic sword fights.
Alright. Moving on in.
This week also we got in the new Pacific Rim figures. These have been super popular. The Knife Head and the Trespasser. I don't think everyone has those in stock yet, so I don't know if you can just get those anywhere right now.
Let's see, you got the Castle Grayskull.
We have the Castle Grayskull, which I made a post about this once. If you use your 20% off card, and I see a lot of people have those in their wallets, maybe they're saving them for an epic buy. If you use your 20% off card on that, it would be $30 cheaper than if you bought it from Matty Collector. You would save $30 and you wouldn't have to wait for shipping to your house.
I think I need you to work all that out on paper.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, I see the Red Hulk.
The Red Hulk, we're willing to wheel and deal on this Red Hulk. We are asking, I believe, $360. I think we're going to do a deal Saturday only, $300 to the first come, first serve on that.
$300 to
Yeah.
impress your friends and lady friends.
Yeah. What woman wouldn't be excited to see a Red Hulk in your bedroom?
Exactly. But people can also trade for that, yeah?
You can bring in your trades. We give 75% of the retail value. So for every $100 you bring me, I'll give you $75 in trade. I think places like Half Price Books, GameStop, things like that. I know for a fact, I know somebody that worked at Play It Again Sports and at Half Price Books. The formula they use is they look up the value, they look at the lowest sold one on eBay, and then they do 0.4 to 0.3 of the value, and that's their negotiation range. So 25 to 33%. We do 75%.
I was told that there would be no math.
There's a lot of math, more than you would think as a toy seller.
Alright, it looks like these are all well stocked, but now we've got vintage aliens on the wall.
We've got vintage aliens, including these super, super rare Lieutenant Ripley.
Yes.
The one that everyone wants.
Was she actually a lieutenant? I didn't think she was in the military.
I don't know. It says Space Marine Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an honorary ranking.
Perhaps. They had to give her the rank since she fired a pulse rifle. Alright. Okay, you've been doing some work in the Star Wars room?
For anyone that's a customer of Dallas Vintage Toys, you know that one of our biggest pride is our Star Wars room. And in case you've been here in a while, you'll know a lot of the shelves and the way that this room was stacked and put together was a true hot mess. So if you want to come in and take a look, I can show you what me and Sean did this week. We rearranged everything. Everything is stacked. It's in order. It's priced. It looks good. And it's ready for you.
It's ready and waiting.
It's ready and waiting. We've got vintage. We've got new. Power of the Force 2 stuff. We've got it all.
Alright. Now what have you been doing in the, what I call the Forsaken room?
The Forsaken Zone, the Phantom Zone was another hot mess. We've cleared it out and turned it into the Lego zone. So we've taken something that was kind of scary and made it fun.
Mm-hmm.
Which is sort of what we like to do. We've got some of the really cool Lego. The Death Star, obviously, one of the sought after.
Yeah, I believe that comes with the absolute most minifigs ever.
I think it does,
Lego.
and I think it's also the... I don't know if it's the biggest. It's between that one and the Lord of the Rings one. Which one's the biggest Lego set? I think it is the Death Star. It's that or the Minas Tirith, Lord of the Rings.
There was also a huge Star Destroyer.
There was.
At one point.
We just sold one last week.
Okay. What else are you doing in here?
We also have a really cool collection of loose, complete figures. We have Masters of the Universe figures, all complete with their weapons and accessories. We also have some loose, complete TMNT Ninja Turtles figures. We have a lot of also the DC Comics DC Universe Classics figures. We have some of the Blackest Night figures. A lot of Marvel Legends. Those are all loose. We have even some vintage figures. You'll see here we've got Superpowers, some of the DC superheroes. We've also got some of the vintage Marvel Toy Biz figures. We've got those loose here. We've also got them carded.
So you also did some work on this row here.
We did. We moved some of the items around. We changed up the Star Trek area a bit. We combined. We had the Star Trek in a couple different sections on the other side. It was in totes. Wasn't looking so hot. So we combined it all together, cleaned it up, make sure it's all priced and presentable. We also put all of our Lord of the Rings stuff together. We combined that into one shelf for one Lord of the Rings section. And that is the vintage Lord of the Rings stuff, not the new stuff from The Hobbit.
One section to rule them all?
That is what everyone is talking about.
Nice.
We also have our G.I. Joe section and some other Star Wars stuff.
But this is not all the G.I. Joe you have, because you have tons.
Not by any means. If you come in, you'll see the G.I. Joes literally swarming you from the ceiling.
And tons of stuff on the website as well.
Tons of G.I. Joe vehicles on the website.
Maybe we'll go check out the website room too. Can do that now. Alright, what do you have in here?
So we have a lot of items in here that aren't available. You can't see them if you just come into the store unless you know to ask for them. They are all available on our website, DallasVintageToys.com. We've got some pretty good stuff back here. We've got a lot of the Kenner Batmobiles. These are from a 90 to 92. From the Dark Knight collection and the Batman Returns line.
What does that one go for?
This one goes for $200. The really cool rare one in here is from the Dark Knight collection, which is what they came up with after the original Toy Biz collection fell out. They gave the license to Kenner and they came out with the Dark Knight collection. These are the figures that actually look like Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. And this was the Batmobile that they came out with, and it was really had a sort of a limited release, hard to find. You can see this one looks like it just came off the shelf.
Yep.
At your local hypermart.
It's hard to believe it's as old as it is.
It is. Hard to believe we're as old as we are. We also have the Mask Boulder Hill playset. We've got a boxed Return of the Jedi Millennium Falcon. We've got some ATST chicken walkers. A lot of really good carded stuff back here too. Hidden treasures of Dallas Vintage Toys. We've got a lot of carded Ninja Turtle figures here. Got Mutagen Man. Shredder. And we also, these are my personal favorite figures. The Kenner Superpowers. There's Mr. Freeze. And we also have the Mattel version, the Secret Wars figures.
Oh, cool.
And we even have some of the really cool rare ones like Daredevil and the Falcon is another really rare one. It's a good one to have. Anybody can come view these. If you just come in and let us know, ask us, we can grab them for you. You're more than welcome to go through them. We also have lots of vintage Star Wars back here. We don't keep it carded on the shelf. We want to make sure that it's in the best condition that it can be in when you get it. So we've got a lot of those figures, carded, protected. Also, you're more than willing to take a look through those. We've got some of the rare carded droids and Ewoks figures back here as well. Also, I have a Cantina Adventure set that's complete. Has all the original figures in it, including everyone's favorite Blue Snaggletooth. Got the Kenner Empire Strikes Back, made by Kenner Corporation. The Cloud City playset.
Made by
the Kenner Corporation, Jordan. Also, if you have a lot of your loose Star Wars figures from when you were younger, and you just want to complete them, we also sell a lot of those weapons that you might be missing here.
Yeah, and I showed the racks just full of drawers, full of weapons and helmets and limbs.
We have G.I. Joe weapons, Star Wars weapons. We've got the rare weapons, and that way, for a small amount of money, your toys can be just as worthwhile or just as valuable to everyone else as they are to you.
You got vehicle parts as well from Hasbro and Kenner Corporation.
We do, made by the Kenner Corporation. Yeah. We have some droid factory parts here. Also, the massive AFA museum that we have up there. That's not even all our AFA figures. These are for sale. These are on our website. Got the beautiful, one of my personal favorite, Power of the Force.
Select comfort bed, right? That's what that was, right?
Yeah. We've also got, you know, just some... Everybody likes this guy. I can never remember his name.
Yeah.
Bob something.
Bob Fad.
Bob.
That's what I hear a lot of the dealers call him.
We've also got lots of the still boxed. Yeah, there's the Ghost Striker. Tons of loose G.I. Joes. We've also got a lot of loose figures down here. We've got some Masters of the Universe figures. Again, some of the rare figures. Oh, I was looking for.
Oh, that's the one that could do the splits. That is rare.
Yeah, that is super rare. Also got a lot of the Ninja Turtles. These are made by Playmate Corporation. Everything from the original Turtles, we've got all of them, down to some of the later series rare ones. Dr. L, his name is Hothead. All complete, all their weapons, all in incredible condition. Also, we've got some more of my favorite line, the Superpowers, made by Kenner Corporation. Some of the rare ones of those too. Also, we have some Transformers still in the box. Right there. I guess the point is, at Dallas Vintage Toys, what you see out there might only be the tip of the iceberg. So we really, really recommend you visit our being handed things here. You visit our website. Check out what's on there before you come in, and if there's anything you don't see in the store, I will personally be happy to grab it from the back, let you look at it. You can put your dirty fingers all over it, take pictures with it, do a selfie with it, whatever makes you happy in your life.
And there's also, you know, another 2 rooms dedicated to just what's on eBay.
We also have some She-Ra figures. Hopefully I'm tall enough to reach these right here. These are 4 to 8 boxes filled with vintage Masters of the Universe carded figures.
Wow, those are in great shape.
Excellent.